This is Stephen Richards.
Early memories of racing was when Dad was back in racing in supercars back in the early 2000s.
Family coming along with us on this journey is everything, even if we go back to when we ran our Porsche Carrera Cup team and our Australian GT team.
As far back as I can remember, racing has been around a lot.
Probably as the kids were growing up, have them involved to give them a bit of an understanding for what I went through and also what it was like for Grandad Jim as well.
Jim Richards, this is going to remain with me for a long time. You're a pack of assholes.
I got my own little team, I got my own truck, got my own cars, and would tow them all over the country with Faye with me. And now Steve he's doing the same. Him and Ange tow the car around Australia, so it's good.
Very special to have my family involved in my racing. They've been there from the very start, supporting me.
We all celebrate together, regardless of the result.
The young guns, Jason Bright and Stephen Richards.
It's been good. I mean, I've enjoyed it. The racing then that's what's paid the bills for a long time. Life's pretty good.
It's awesome. There it is. How you going, mate? Got some dinner for you. Timing with Clay's probably been really good because, well, I had finished my full-time career driving. I was still a co-driver at the endurance events, but that enabled me a bit of free time to make sure I could sort of start Clay on his karting journey. He was very similar to me. He was 14 before he got going.
I've always hoped that I'd be able to do what Dad did growing up, around it, and even my grandpa as well. I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, and I'm happy that I'm here doing what I love.
It's awesome.
Back end of last year especially was pretty good for us in our 86 campaign. Coming into 2024, our plan was to jump for the stars and try and put something together to do Super 2. We just couldn't get there financially. It's sort of disappointing, but that can sometimes open up other opportunities which can lead to other success.
Going to TCR Australia, an opportunity came out of the blue with Super Cheap Auto and Carl Cox Motorsport.
Jumped at the opportunity and then absolutely said yes.
Oh well, Clay, if it doesn't work out, mate, I can certainly substitute for you. Clay'd done a couple of TCR rounds in 2023, dovetailing his 86 campaign, so it wasn't unfamiliar territory for us.
On debut, Priya Richards.
Straight out of the truck, we were really competitive. Obviously, got a second at Sandown.
It's good fun to drive. Copy that loud and clear.
Come on, buddy.
It was obviously a great start to the season, TCR campaign. Straight off the bat, we were really competitive, and it looked like we were sort of on our way to maybe, at the end of the season, trying to compete for the championship. Yeah, so Carl Cox, he's a really amazing person.
The famous British DJ. He's a passionate motorsport man. He drives cars himself. He's into drag racing. He loves it. He loves the sport.
And he's been a big supporter of mine ever since I first jumped into the TCR Cupra. Yeah, he was there at Phillip Island when we got a round podium, which was pretty cool. Just an awesome dude.
It's starting third, so we're in the mix.
A podium position just sounds like it should be that way.
Podium is the minimum. Has to be. Result.
What happens if Clay doesn't get a podium? Is there like a wooden spoon smacking?
Not sure. I'm carrying a belt with me today.
Belt, house chores for a week,
yeah.
I think would be responsible.
Yeah.
Whole family would be happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah, so coming into round 4, I obviously had a lot of confidence going into that round. Third as well in the championship, only a handful of points off first as well. So with the last 3 rounds getting podiums and good points hauls as well. So yeah, obviously the confidence was really high coming into that round. Because of the reverse grid for race 2, we would start third. Got an all right start, and At the end of the first lap, I got spun around and hit another car. A DNF in that class is just so, it's so crucial. Like every point matters in TCR. So if you have a DNF, it really hurts your championship. So yeah, definitely a tough weekend, and I definitely left that weekend feeling a bit deflated. Car was really quick all weekend. We were just had a lot of bad luck.
We didn't have a great weekend at the Bend for a number of reasons. Hard racing, a couple little mistakes, and we'd funded the final round, which was no easy feat, hoping that we could find the remainder of the funding to complete the last 3 rounds of the series. But the reality was that wasn't going to happen. We had so many good people involved, including Melbourne Performance Centre, who were helping us run the car, Carl Cox Motorsport, who'd been so supportive. We had to make that tough decision. Unless we found the funding, it was just, it couldn't happen. We couldn't continue to do it. Everyone was disappointed. Clay was the most disappointed because he loves driving that Cupra, and we'd love to continue to do it. But unfortunately, right now, it looks as though that's not going to be possible. Blanchard Racing Team has Harrison Blanchard racing for them. There was an opportunity there for Clay to start with, to be involved as a driver coach. That was sort of how I first got involved with Blanchard Racing, and it's going to be really cool to be racing the new spec Toyota 86 at Townsville. One door looks like closing, and something like this opens, all of a sudden, you're back on a high again. My expectations going into Townsville were a little bit high. We've had a good run there the last couple of years. So obviously as well, the new cars and a new team and a new environment was something to get my head around as well. So it definitely wasn't going to be easy. But definitely going in, I was feeling like we could be competitive. In practice 1 and 2, we were really fast. And it was looking like it was going to be a pretty good weekend, and we were going to be very competitive. We got into qualifying and on the new tyre, of course, and we thought we wouldn't have to change much. We didn't get the setup right, and we qualified down in 15th. So we definitely had our work cut out for us to do some passing.
Seems to just balk up a little bit here. So when that happens, just put it in first and just do a couple of practice starts, just get a bit of wheel spinning.
Yeah, we go forward.
Wow, I love motorsport.
Moving through the field with limited laps due to all the safety cars and all the incidents out on tracks. That made it a bit difficult to make more progress.
You all right, mate?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to wander up, mate. P12.
Seventh overall for the round, which was really good considering where we started. It was a very positive first round with Racer Industries and Blanchard Racing. I'm really looking forward to spending the rest of the season with them and seeing what we can do.